close,
No,
but called the ball.
That's a ball.
Yeah, that's ball 2.
Third pitch of this ball game, got one right in the zone, but it's called for a ball, man. That's frustrating, but you got to stay focused. Keep making that pitch. You're going to get the strike call.
On the ground to first, Bay steps on first for the out. Take a look at the lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
One down, base is empty. On a line, base hit.
Batting third, right fielder, Juan Soto.
So a man at first. Here's Juan Soto. Way
2-1.
inside. Next offering is in for a strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers could sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill is still hitting the ball over the fence. And so for a guy, even if he doesn't have power stuff or strikeout stuff, a strikeout is still something that makes him stick his chest out a little bit further.
Devers now. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss. The high heat too much on that one. No score as we head to the bottom of the first. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the hill here today, Edward Cabrera. What do you have on him?
Yeah, ZRA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Here's the second baseman, number 6. Just missed. Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. To third. And that's a fair ball. Now Jung-Hoo Lee. The count 2-1. Swinging a foul out of play. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Hernandez snags it on the run.
Batting third, designated.
Let's take a look at our lineup. And Chris, a great matchup in this one. An ace caliber arm in the hill against a deep lineup.
You said it, Boog, and I'm really excited to see how this plays out. The kind of talent they'll be facing, these hitters have a tough task ahead of them. Should be really fun to watch, though.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
Left-hand hitter waits. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And the batter now, Brady Hayashi. Rudder takes off. Pitch misses. Throw to second. He's safe.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Always we know. Just some things we show. Cool hat trick. Watch me backspin off the atlas.
Man at second. Rudder goes again. Next offering is fouled back. And it remains 2-2. Two outs. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. An inning in the books. No score here on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Next offering misses. 3-1 now. Fastball for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. On the ground to the left. It's through for a hit. And after grinding through that at-bat, he gets the best of him.
Batting sixth, catcher, Yainer Diaz.
And here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. Ground ball, left side. Throws to second for one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And that one missing low. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was late.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Here's a 2-2. And there's a ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And we're back. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Oh, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
Headed towards the corner. And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Choi, the next to hit. Suzuki at second with nobody out. Next pitch is outside. Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about him. That's a good thing.
Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strengths. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Now at the plate, Sung-Chae Cheng. And that one is downstairs. And a count 2-1. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Man at second. Hit on the ground to short. De La Cruz throws across the diamond. That's the second out.
Batting 8, first baseman, Ji-Hwan Bae.
So the go-ahead run at scoring position. And here's the first baseman, Ji-Hwan Bae. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
1-2 is the count.
Outside with a breaking ball. That's outside. Counts full, 3-2. Ha-Sung Kim in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Man on second, 2 down. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
All set for the start of the inning. Willie Adames stands in. Swing and a foul straight back. And that's in the dirt.
2-2.
That one ripped. Fair ball.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So digging in, Jeremy Pena. Throw over to first, and he dives back in safely. And that one almost got him. Top of the third, no score. That one down the line, and that's foul. And a swing and a miss. Making 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
So the lineup flips over. Digging in, Ellie De La Cruz. Checks over to first, back safely.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Ellie happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than...
And that chance handled. Over to Kim. One, but no throw to first as he'll hold on to it.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Ellie on the move. Pitch outside. Save. De La Cruz gets his first steal of the game. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Two outs. Fouls one off. 2-2. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs. If he's runner goes again. Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. No score. As we go to the last of the third, and the batter will be the shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim. Ball. Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the second baseman. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
One gone, runner at first. And now the center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Cabrera throws over, and he's back in easily. There goes the runner. There's a ball.
No, that's out.
Can't glove it cleanly. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And they don't get an out on the play. On the ground, right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Shohei.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. On to inning number 4. We're tied 0-0. Start of the 4th, and now it's Juan Soto.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
That one fouled off, 2-2.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there. And that one is gone. That'll fire up the dugout. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Rappy coming to the plate now. On the ground.
That's foul.
And foul ball.
So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Top half of inning number 4. And now 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's Jose Ramirez. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Just missed.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Well struck, right field. See you later. He circles the bases. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
1 out, base is empty. Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. Out there to center. Holds it in on the run. And there's 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2 outs, base is empty. strike two.
Well, you know, with 2 out and nobody on, it's going to take something special to get a run across. So why not? You got some pop. Swing for the fences.
Hard hit left side. Handles, throws to first, and Hernandez is out. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And it's 2-zip. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Brady Hayashi. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Hit hard on the ground to short. In plenty of time to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So up next, Seiya Suzuki.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. That's worth the price of admission. His first homer of the year, and they're on the board. It's 2-1.
He just sparked this home crowd in a big way. What a swing. Now, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
So 1 out, nobody on. Hideki Choi now at the plate. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Leaping, and it's gone. You want to talk about kicking off your major league career with a bang. His first big league hit leaves the yard. He'll remember this trip around the bases for the rest of his life. Wow.
He ought to. Usually guys are squeezing the bat so tight, trying to get that first hit out of the way. They can't get the ball out of the infield, Boo, but not him. Maybe a glimpse of what's to come from him in the next few years. Good job. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And now Sung-Chae Cheng. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1-2.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. He goes down looking.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And now Ji-Hwan Bae. And he grounds one to the right side. That ends the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Here's the pitch to Adames. Not close with that one, and it's 2-1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That's out to center field. Lee settles underneath it. Makes the grab, one down.
Now batting, first baseman, Jeremy Pena.
And now the first baseman, Jeremy Pena. One out, bases empty. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Brings it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Ellie
So the
De La
batting
Cruz.
order turns over. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ellie De La Cruz. Fastball in for a strike, and the count 1-2. Cut out and missed, struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. We've hit the halfway point. Tied 2-2.
Now pitching.
Back now to start the bottom of the
Yuri
5th and
Perez.
taking over on the mound, Yuri Perez.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left
Leading
for him.
things off, the
Now it's the shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim.
Kim.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
You know, this group of hitters looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had the chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the
Now
5th.
batting, number 6.
Here's the second baseman. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2.
2-2's the count.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Diaz sizes this one up. Won't get to this one. It drops foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Comes the 2-2. And a good eye there.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Stays alive.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Towards first, Pena. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Jung-Hoo.
And here is Jung-Hoo Lee.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against it.
And that one almost hit him. And now it's even up.
2-2.
Hard hit, right side. Adames, the throw to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Through 5, all even at 2-2. All set for the top of the 6th. Leading off, Julio Rodriguez. The Mariners knew what they had. Signed him in July of 2017 for a little under $2 million when Rodriguez was just 16 years old out of the Dominican Republic. Off the mark there. And a count 2-1. Fast forward to 2022. For Julio Rodriguez to win the Rookie of the Year, the Seattle Mariners were then compensated with the 29th overall pick in the first round of the draft in 2023. Part of the new CBA, enticing teams to promote their good young players. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Oh, that's a really dangerous base runner to put on first, especially in a tie game. Now there might be some consequences coming from that mistake.
Juan Soto now. Hammered. Could be extra bases. Around second is Rodriguez. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home. He will score, and they take the lead. 3-2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Roki Sasaki departs, and it wasn't his best start, but he kept them in it to this point, and will come back with a new arm.
Now pitching.
Shintaro Fujinami gets the ball now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's Rafael Devers. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Going, gone. And Raffy muscles one out of here. His second homer of this series. It's 5-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Ball four, take the base.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
And your final 12-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.